If you feel like modern life is becoming increasingly complex, you're not alone. Deluged with a flood of information and communications from our hyperwired society, it's little wonder that many of us find it harder than ever to choose a path in life. With so many paths seemingly wide open, it can truly be baffling to decipher which route is the best to take for you. It's tempting to perennially subscribe to the notion that tomorrow is another day, that our choices in the here and now have little impact since we can always get a mulligan on the next round, let's say, to use a golf term. But the truth is that the choices and decisions you make on matters large and small alike directly impact the quality of your career, relationships, and legacy on this planet. While none of us has access to the perfect knowledge or can operate in complete confidence we are taking the right path, we can strive to make our decisions with the very best spirit in mind. There are numerous examples of choices you can make that will help you to better the odds that you will ultimately find yourself on the path to the success that you desire. Now, I'm just one person. By no means do I have all the answers to what it takes to succeed in life, especially when it comes to the wide range of fields that readers may be pursuing the success you're after. But I can shed some light on the types of strategies that have proven to be most effective in helping me reach the level of success that I have, and that can help you too. The first key to making better decisions is to winnow down the amount of things that you do. Too many of us needlessly overcommit our time and energy because we don't want to say no and disappoint someone, or we truly are being offered a wide range of excellent opportunities. The problem with trying to do everything is that you ultimately wind up doing nothing. Rather than flailing in the wind and at every opportunity or opening that comes your way, guard your time jealously. Commit yourself to carrying out just a few key activities and carrying them out with excellence. If you have laid out the core priorities that you are focusing on, you will be able to much more effectively screen out all of the distractions and diversions that are really jockeying for your limited amount of time and bandwidth each and every day. Now, another key step to making better decisions is not to make impulsive choices. Train yourself to step back and take the long view. We often exalt those who seem decisive merely because of the quick action. True wisdom often requires taking quiet time out to reflect and consider your decisions from the long-term view. So don't refrain from sleeping on it when it comes to making big decisions that could really potentially have long-term implications for you and your family. Taking this time to reflect before making major decisions will increase the odds that you make the choices with logic and reasoning in mind, rather than being buffeted by the emotions that can often well up when you are in the big moment. By removing yourself from the intensity of the present and thinking about what you want your life to look like down the line, you'll be much more likely to choose accordingly on the best information you have available to you at that time. Resist the temptation to be drawn in by too much information and data. With the amount of knowledge available at your fingertips or on the inside of your smartphone, it can be tempting to research every single decision you have to death. A certain amount of homework is good for ensuring you are making an informed decision, of course, but you also run the temptation of losing the forest for the trees. Be sure to combine the information that you have extracted from secondhand sources like reading or your own intuition, your experiences and personal values, and maybe some mentors. Another key component to making better choices is to have a number of trusted advisors and confidants that you can have delicate conversations with. Just as business and government leaders have their kitchen cabinet, so to speak, their stable of advisors, you should know whom you can depend on to give you unvarnished advice. Now, this may well often be individuals who you've known for a very long time, who you have a good insight into who you are and where you come from. They may well be the most likely figures to help you keep perspective on who you have set out to be from the beginning, regardless of where the twists and turns of life have taken you. Now, also keep in mind that the impact that your environment and your surroundings have on you. If you're stressed or torn about a big decision that you have to make, it may likely relate to the environment that you are maintaining, either at home or the office. You can avoid this by making some small steps to ensure that the environment is stress-free and cohesive to thought. These steps would include making sure that you have access to natural light as much as possible, with minimal clutter or distractions, which may relate to the distractions you are feeling in the process of sorting out the decisions that you need to make. These may seem like minor cosmetic factors, but they play a subtle and deeply rooted impact on the way that you think and feel and perceive the issues that are in front of you at that moment. There's also quite a lot to be said for accepting the limits of how much you can do or expect. As much as you may want to optimize your choices to allow for the best possible outcome, you may find greater peace of mind ultimately by learning to accept some limits on what you can expect from the future, let's say, and how well things have to turn out. Rather than striving for nothing short of perfection, be patient with yourself and allow yourself some room for growth in the future. Knowing how to pick your battles and how to prioritize what you care about will allow you to avoid going to the mattresses on every single issue. You only have so much bandwidth. Rather than overanalyzing every issue to death, be content with simply doing your best. Once you have made a decision, avoid wavering too much and changing your mind immediately. Allow some time for your decision to fully play out, including the consequences. Before you make a hasty change, of course, that may only dig you deeper into the hole you're in. At the same time that this is a spirit of remaining resolute to your decisions, it is important that you should also strive to maintain a certain degree of flexibility and openness. Be open to the idea of change, including changing your mind. You can imagine why this combination of determination and agility is a rare combination to find in a leader. Rather than being beholden to any particular school of thought, you will be far more effective if you know when to stay the course and when you need to revisit the original assumptions. Remember, your decisions can ultimately be left up to the whims of the fate and chance, so be kind with yourself and with others. You are doing the best you can with the uncertainties of life. However, taking these steps will give you the decided advantage in meeting them. Also, be sure to check out my website, TonyNewmeyer.com, and register to receive my free trainings, articles, and more. Also, subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Facebook. And of course, remember, always live rich.